Hi, this is Paul Cheema. I'm a broker with Remax Prime Properties. So these guys, amazing couple that you're seeing here, they gave me an opportunity to represent them in purchase of their home. This was their first ever real estate transactions. So I'm here to get their feedback of the service and how they felt about it. Thank you very much, Kulveer, and thank you very much, Sharmandeep.
Thank you,
How are you guys today?
We are good. It's weekend, we can't complain. Happy. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, see, they're happy. And so, congratulations on buying your first ever property in Canada.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Well, the feeling will start when we will move to the house. Like now, a bit nervous because still 2 weeks remaining to go there. I don't know, it's a lot of work to do. All the packing, all the moving stuff. But we are excited. Like it's gonna be totally a new life. Since we moved into Canada, always living in basement. So this is gonna be first own house. So yeah, we are excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will have your own windows upstairs.
Yeah.
That's true. On windows, on backyard, on front yard, on garage. It's gonna be a lot different than what we are living right now. And yeah, we are very excited. We are fascinated with the service that you have provided. It was excellent. Actually, when we started about looking for houses and we thought that we were gonna buy a house, we were like, okay, maybe it's gonna take us 1 month, 2 months, or probably 6 months or a year, because we didn't know how this works, right? But because of your service, we could find our home in 10 days. And
was it just 10 days?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, we plan to start looking for a house in the beginning of August.
Yeah.
Right? But before actually August started, we had our house.
We already had one.
Yeah, so everything we planned, even the funds needs to plan all the stuff, right? So we had to actually rush it, how to manage all the stuff. So yeah.
So when you were thinking of buying a house, what kind of fear you had in your mind?
Well, before actually, Harun actually knew quite a bit about the mortgage because she works in the same field. Me personally had no idea how the whole thing worked. So if I speak truly, I just followed her. Okay, this is how stuff goes.
You will be a successful guy if you keep following her.
At least in this area. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe in some other area we find
every
I will be
area,
better, right? But so far it looks she's better. She has better knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great thing.
Thank you very much.
And I have this recorded.
Of course.
Okay. I agree all the time, right?
So
there's
no,
say.
but being honest, even though I worked in a law office, I worked with real estate industry, I used to think that I know everything, but when it comes to my own house, the thing that I'm going through, it's a lot different than what you do for others, right? Because now you know that it's your house, you have to invest, you have to balance your funds, and then you have to look for the mortgage and everything. But with your help, because you helped us with everything, like with house purchase, with mortgage, so it worked very, very well.
So actually it was hard for us to initiate something because we didn't know what would be the target money actually, when to start, when is the right time, right?
Yeah.
What would you need in the money? Some few people explained, okay, you need this much old money, you need this much fund, okay, this is not gonna work, this is not gonna work, all the guidance right up from the people.
Yes.
And when we got your call and then you explained, okay, no, you have everything, okay, you can actually start looking for the house, we were actually excited, okay, we actually are at that stage, right?
Yeah,
So we started looking, initially we thought, okay, you know what, let's give it a try, start looking for the house, but we won't go that crazy. Maybe if we find something nice, we will go. But they arranged the whole visits to the house so easily. Whenever we ask you, okay, we like this little bit, you say, oh, no problem, let's go there, check. And we just say, okay, that easy, let's go there. We checked the houses, actually 2, 3, 4 houses in a day, and then luckily we found one. Yeah, so we are still sometime ask each other, okay, did you even imagine how fast this thing happened? Like in 10 days we got our house. We didn't even look for too many houses actually. Maybe 3-4 houses in Orangeville and then 3-4 here. I don't know. Maybe that house was meant to be our house. So
absolutely.
Right. So
what I tell everyone, that any house that you like,
Yep.
Someone else will think exactly the same way.
Yeah.
So if you like a house, just jump onto it. Don't waste an opportunity.
That's true.
Because people sometimes people think, okay, let's see a few more houses. So by the time they come back, the house is already gone from the market.
Yes.
We all think alike. We are human beings. Even though we have new gadgets, new phones, voice activated system, cars, autopilot. But when it comes to your brain, it is still 30, 50 year, 1,000-year older. It hasn't, there's nothing that downloads into your brain.
Yeah.
So we all think the same way. We have same emotions, regardless of the color, ethnicity. Whoever you are, you have same criteria of everything. Yeah, so you were saying that house was meant for you.
Yeah, so actually at that time, you were asking about what we were worried about most.
Yes.
Because this time is COVID-19 time, right? It's so uncertain, like we don't know what will happen in 2 months, in a year, right?
Yeah.
Jobs issues, mortgage rates, house prices, somebody, even we were looking on the Google all the time, right?
Yeah.
And one day you check, you get the report, okay, it's predicted to houses prices will go down. Other time you say, oh no, it's going up. So not certain, nothing, right? So that was kind of trigger for us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it if we want to do, right?
Yeah.
If we can find at least the mortgage rates, I think were low enough that even if you pay a little bit more on house, it would have compensated for that.
You have to take a risk.
Yeah. So
in home purchases, everybody doesn't have guts to jump to a conclusion. Because buying a house needs guts. Even though you had continuous jobs, people are still afraid. They're still anticipating what will happen tomorrow, what will happen day after. Because COVID or no COVID, everybody is at risk of losing job any time. Employers don't care. But people are there who have guts decision to make, and they do like snap and move on.
Well, it's a big thing to start, right? Especially for people like us. It's the first house.
Yeah.
We were even not sure once you get the house how much you need to pay. Like, what could your expenses go?
Yes.
Like calculating mortgage is easy. You can go online and that's
yes.
But there are so many other things. You actually calculated that for us, like in the beginning. Okay, this is what you will be paying in afterward, right? There will be utilities expenses, there will be insurance, there will be all the stuff, right? So most of the guys, especially first time buyer, they don't even know. We didn't know about those things, right?
Yes.
So those are kind of scary things. If you start buying, and what would happen if you can't afford? The people are losing jobs here. She get the call daily because she works in mortgage company.
Yes.
She gets the calls daily that okay, we can't pay the mortgage, do the deferral, all the stuff, right? But those things are scary. So but I appreciate your help. You okay, this is how it's gonna go. Explain us before. You put our running on the side. Okay, this is what you make. This is what your expenses would be, and this is how would you go. If you made us clear, so that was kind of triggering point. You explained actually the marketing as well. So this is how the marketing going. You advised us that it's hardly that the prices will go low, depending on the GTM market and all the demands, right? Because the demand is more than the supply.
Yes. And you saw that.
And we saw that people are crazy out there. Prices are going more than the asking rate, and we are actually very happy we got that house with that price, right? Even afterward, we check online, and then okay, where the market is going up. We are so happy. That deal was good, and I think it was good for both, for us, for the seller. Everybody is happy for that. That with that deal, we couldn't get better than that.
So Harman, you were on the internet browsing houses one day when you hit my website.
Yeah.
Right? You got a call right away?
Yeah, I was just looking to, as I said, because we just started planning that, okay, we are going to buy a house, but we don't know if we are going to buy it within this year or next year, but let's just start it. Because we didn't know. We are just living, we are just renting the place, so it's a lot easier. We are just paying rent and that's it.
Yes.
But for a new house, it's going to be a lot more responsibilities, and we both were scared.
Yeah.
Because like first house and
I
everything.
can tell that. Yes.
Yeah. So I was just browsing and I found a website where it said that, okay, we'll find a home of your choice, and it was GTA Home for Sale, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was your website. I didn't know. I just put my information, and then in 1 second I got your call, and you at the first call. Honestly, being honest, it was not my first conversation with an agent.
Yes.
I had conversations with 2-3 agents before as
Okay.
well. But the way you explained the things to me, I felt like, okay, I mean, now I know more than anything. Like now now things are more
I
clear.
don't actually remember what we talked.
No, I mean, you told me everything. You were like, okay, so this is how this market is, and do you want to look houses for Brampton only, or do you want to go further? I advised you that I'm willing to see houses in nearby area like in Hamilton, in Orangeville, and you were okay with everything. You were like, okay, you are gonna find a house and just let me know and we'll go and visit it. Like, I'm not gonna just say that, okay, this is your house and you should buy it. And that's the thing that I like the most, because I even when I go shopping outside, I don't like when a salesperson asks me to buy this thing. I'm like, no,
I don't like either.
Yeah, I mean, this is my money, it's my choice, I'm gonna buy it as per my own perspective.
Well,
and
I found it when we were going on the visit, right? One thing I liked most about you, you never try to sell it. Right, you never try to sell it. You never say, okay, let's do this one.
Forced.
You actually find the issues that could actually any issues in the house, right? We were first time home buyers. I don't know if you remember. I was actually running around the house. Okay, wasn't even paying that attention. You started pointing out the issues. Okay, this could be the issue. This could be the issue. Yes, right. So that's actually, I think, the most important thing here. You wasn't actually forcing, but on the other side, you was a part of the group. Like, it's 3 of us looking for the house, and you had more responsibility than us, right? You were taking more responsibility.
Yeah, that's what my job is.
It was just like we are a member of a family, and maybe like it's gonna be your house as well. We didn't feel that it's just both of us.
Right?
So it's like you more than us.
Yeah, I play devil's advocate when I'm showing houses.
Yeah.
So I try to pull your emotions away from the house.
Right.
Because some people get emotionally connected to property at showings. So I need to tell them, hey, you are looking for this feature in the house. It doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. That's true.
Yeah. So you must be careful what you're doing. Because that comes from one lady who was trying to sell a house. So I said, why are you selling your house? She said, forever I wanted a house with kitchen having a window. When we saw this house, we were so emotionally connected. We just bought it only to find later on closing day there's no window in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
So, but they lived there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Because you cannot just sell it off. So after mortgage came for renewal, when I asked her why she wants to sell it, that was the only reason she had. She still wanted that window, and she was upset that she forgot to check that out till closing.
That's
So
true.
I listen to all these talks, then I keep them in my head. So when you were seeing houses, I was trying to stop you. I know, first house you were just running around.
So
we didn't know how to check windows, how to check furnace, what to see. But you explained everything.
I was just checking the main thing. Okay, it looks nice here, it looks nice, it's not going through. But you explained better. Okay, you should be checking this thing first, because this is most important. This is not that important. You can actually replace afterward. This is the important thing to check. So it was great guide, and
I'm thankful for that.
We are thankful to you. Like,
Because the thing is, this is not going to be the end of your home purchase.
Yes. So
Right?
it's our first home, and then we don't know what would be the time we will be living here.
Yeah, 5 years at least.
5 years at least. At least 5
Maybe
years.
more than that. It's a beautiful house.
It is a beautiful house,
Yeah.
and you literally fell for it.
That's true.
And you are aware that this doesn't have a dishwasher.
Oh yeah, so but those things we at least know it doesn't have it, but it can be added later on, right?
Yeah, but that was something you're looking for, and I had to point it out to you. that doesn't have the dishwasher.
You pointed that out. That's even it's not actually him, it's me, because I'm the one who spends more time in kitchen.
Yeah, look at that. Well,
So
it's going to change very soon.
Yeah, so I was
I hope not.
yeah. And then when we saw that house, he promised me that there's gonna be a dishwasher very soon. So I'm like, okay, if that's fine, then everything else is
Maybe
great.
you can do that.
So
Yeah.
I remember I said, I told him, okay, if there's no dishwasher, I will be taking care of the dishes, right? So I will be rushing dishwasher a bit.
So you were acting like you know all the mechanical drawings, or you know how to set the things up. And
Well,
then he was talking about moving the fridge here and doing this thing and that thing there.
Yeah.
Not everyone can think like that.
Well, I have a little bit of knowledge of all the plumbing and all the stuff, so I know where things can be fixed, where it can't be. Not expert, but yeah, there's little stuff I can do. So those are the things. That's why we found in the new house. Okay, this can be done by me, so I doesn't need to spend too much. It's just buying the equipment, right?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So how did you like the presentation? Remember we had a Zoom session. We spoke one day and then we scheduled Zoom meeting the following week. And I am so thankful that you actually came up. Many people book appointment, they don't came up. That shows your commitment.
Yeah, actually when I talked to you on the first day, it was only me. I told him everything about it, but still I need him to be involved in this thing as much as I am, because it's going to be both of us, right?
Yeah.
So I told him about the Zoom meeting and he was excited too. He was like, okay, we should do it, because if somebody is asking us that he's going to guide us with no cost, right?
Yeah, no obligation ever.
Yeah. Then we should take it. I mean, it's always good to have more knowledge of something that you're going to go into. So we showed up, you guided us very well, you explained everything, and I guess on that day you explained like the most of the things that we needed to know.
Yeah.
And at that time we didn't even sign any agreement or anything with you. So it
that's my first step.
So it showed that how much you respect the buyers. I mean,
do.
without even any kind of agreement or something, you never know if we just like run, right? If we just go to another person.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
right?
Yeah, but
It doesn't matter if it's 2 hours, 3 hours. If you don't know if you're getting the buyer, but still you're putting the effort, right? You spend maybe first day you spend half an hour with her explaining all the stuff. And then Zoom meeting was maybe at least 2 hours, right?
I guess so.
At least 2
it
hours.
was 2
So
hours.
for us, it was worth, because we need to know everything. For you, even without knowing that we will go with you all the stuff, right? No, without making any commitment from us.
Yeah.
You explained very well. So that's really, I think, that the thing to note is that without signing any paper, you care about the people, and you.
Well, my first job is to educate.
Educate.
Educate, right? Like they say in film industry, it's entertainment. In my world, it's educate as much you can.
Right.
Because with buyer powered with the knowledge, it is less hassle.
Yep.
So look at 10 days you bought the house.
Well,
Had I not told you all that thing in the beginning, you would still be asking me questions.
Yeah.
But actually, more than that, if you have told us nothing, then maybe we would have thought differently and then start looking for other stuff, right? And then it would have created the chaos or something, like maybe misunderstanding all the stuff.
It does. It does, because this was a new area for you.
Yeah.
I didn't know she works with the mortgage default insurer at that time.
Yeah.
So I actually liked the way you spoke. You looked very mature on phone.
Okay. Thank you.
Your tone was very like you had right questions to ask. We went 2 hours on Zoom meeting just because of your questions. Some people don't ask questions. So I tell them, bring your questions, ask me as much as, because that helps clarify things.
Right.
I don't work like a machine or recorded message. I adapt to what people ask me. So if you don't ask me questions, then I say, okay, I'm done with it. So I just shut it down and move on to the second one.
That's true.
Because you are inquiring, you are asking, you are inquisitive on so many things. How many people have that kind of mindset? Very few.
Well, to ask questions, you will need to know something before, right? So yes, for sure. So she knew a little bit, and then she asked for more. Well,
actually, we were, honestly speaking, we got married last year in February, right? And even like before getting married, we were planning for a house. Everybody does, right?
Yes.
We want our own place to live in.
Yes.
And from that time, we were planning to buy a house.
Yeah.
But we, even though, as I said before, even though I worked in the real estate industry, I'm working with mortgages, but still, it's a big step for me. Like I
Yeah.
was still nervous, very nervous, being honest, right? And we were confused, like how to start it. That was the biggest step.
I
How
came in
to
there.
start? Yeah.
I filled
And
that
then
gap.
you-
The puzzling piece, I filled that. in.
True. So
Yeah.
you filled that gap, and with that, like everything, now it's so smooth. Everything seems so perfect, so fine, and we are very happy.
Well, you
Yeah.
won't believe us that every time we were calculating the time, how much time more we should wait. Every time it came to 1 year. Okay, let's
Yeah.
wait 1 year more. Started before actually marriage. Okay, how much time we need more? Okay, later let's wait 1 year more.
And 1 year never ends.
1 year never
It's like
ends.
just like tomorrow.
Never
Just
ends.
like
Tomorrow
right?
never comes, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Sometime, okay, you get now 10% in it. Okay, no, you need 20. Okay, what's then? Okay, or you might have done with 5, right? 5%. So, because different people had advised it differently. Okay, if you
Yeah.
go less, you gotta go with insurance, or then batteries more, all the stuff. You won't
Yeah.
get the mortgage with less down payment.
Yeah.
So, without proper guidance, it was all everything in our mind. Okay, that guy said this thing. It might be this problem. It might be that problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you gave us the advice, that was kind of push. Okay, we are actually in the right place now. We can
Yeah.
start looking, and then it will happen.
Well, I am happy that my advice and education did help you in the long run.
Yeah, we are very
Yeah.
happy with it. We are pretty sure that even in future we are gonna look for something. We know somebody now.
Maybe investment property next time.
Yeah, of course.
The house values are going through the roof now,
That's
and
true.
people think it's going to dry out with CER be stopped and deferral stop.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen in GTA, maybe somewhere else.
I know.
Right?
That's true.
So,
Even I don't think so. Like working in a mortgage industry, I know that there are some people who are saying that they have lost their jobs, but when you ask them for bank statements, they still have more than enough money to buy a house.
To buy
being
a
honest. Yeah.
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 But it's only the fear that they can't take a step.
That's true.
They are just stuck in their own perceived fear that it is hard, it is hard,
Yeah.
it is hard. It's not
That's
hard.
true.
You have to pay living expenses wherever you live.
That's true.
So in rental apartments, in rental houses, you are just paying someone else's mortgage.
True.
It doesn't add any value to your own equity.
Yeah, and rent paid is gone.
Yeah, it's gone. But when you buy your house, half of the money goes into your account as
Yeah.
equity. This is how you are forced to save for your future.
Yeah.
And house has become a milking cow where people keep refinancing, taking money out for children's education, for your vacations, for doing this or that, all those things. So this keeps giving you.
Mhm.
It's like a money tree for people.
Mhm. That's true.
And home ownership can never be replaced by any other thing.
That's
It's
true.
simple.
Especially in Canada, even if you have some money to invest in RRSP, RESP, or anywhere in bank, right, in mutual
Yeah.
funds or anything, I guess if you own a house and you want to sell it in 5 years, your other investment cannot match it.
Never.
It's like
Never.
way higher than that. Way
Trust
higher.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. It can never happen. So I took a client today to Aurelia, and he bought a house with me. He sold his house with me
Mhm.
6 years ago,
Okay.
and we are always in constant contact.
Mhm.
Then he bought another house through builder, but he called me when he had to lease it.
Mhm.
So then today he called me again. He wanted to see his property. I said, let's go have a long drive. So we went there. We were singing. It was like Antakshi on the way.
Okay. That's good.
He's from Bangladesh.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
from Dhaka, Bangladesh. A very, very nice gentleman and an engineer,
Okay.
highly qualified. And he's a fantastic guy.
Mhm.
So, negotiation after you like the house. How nervous were you at not getting the house?
Well, based on what we saw on few houses before, like we put offer in Orangeville as well, right? And the offer actually that house went on was crazy. Like we weren't expecting that much of bidding on the price, right?
Yeah.
12 offers there.
12,
12?
No, 18.
18
offers
18.
on that
Yeah.
house. And
Yeah.
it was semi-detached, Orangeville. Now it's still 15-minute, half an hour drive from here, right?
Yes.
And I think the most of people work here, not in Orangeville, right?
Yes.
And with all things there, they went, I think, 70, 80
I guess around 80,000.
80,000 above the asking
Above the
price,
asking,
right?
they were listed low.
So we were amazed with that, and then looking here, what we offered on this house, we were kind of doubtful. Okay, even though it was only I think it was 4 offers in this
Yeah,
one, right?
4
So
offers.
we were kind of doubtful. Okay, we will get this one or not. But I don't know. Maybe what conversation you had with other side, and then how you convinced them. We were still thinking, okay, how did you get this offer?
They had a firm offer.
Yeah, I remember that.
And slightly lesser than our price, which they could definitely pick it up if they wanted to. So agent called me from when he was presenting the offer and asked me one question. You have condition on financing. How confident are you about the financing? I said 100%. But just because they are first time home buyers, even if it is 0.00001%, they are afraid. So they don't want to risk it. This is what you told me.
Yeah, true.
That you won't even take risk for $1,000.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I have those clauses there. But intentionally, it is as good as a firm offer.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess it was just a right communication and right chat with the agent that he knew that we will close it for sure.
Well,
Totally.
from here that you explained about the financing, right? This is the another thing we found with you, that you deal with as a mortgages and also as the property agent.
Yeah,
right?
I
So,
mean, if it's
so when we initially, right, we had to decide, okay, which one to pick, right? Like there's plenty of sites online. You can Google there and then go to Yolo, all the stuff. You can have contacted with anybody, right? But we had to decide, okay, are we going with Paul Cheema or somebody else, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So with you, we find, okay, we have both there. We can ask him about the mortgage and then also about the property, right? Yeah. Otherwise, you will need to look for the mortgage agent as well, right?
Yeah.
You had all the information with you, right? On knowledge, experience, and then we were confident, okay. And the way you explain every single detail. Okay, this is how it works, and this is why it works.
We
right?
did it wrong.
We did it a bit wrong, and then you ask, okay, you shouldn't be signing there, right?
Yeah.
Even though you could have just left the sign there, but you explain, okay, you shouldn't be signing there. That's just for the customer service. I won't be just providing you the customer service. I will be guiding you for the house,
I will
right?
representing
you.
Yeah.
So that was the kind of stuff like pushed us to go with you. That you do the mortgage and then you explain better. And I think that was the reason you said confident to the seller that our mortgage is 100%.
Because it was, I knew about it.
Because you knew it. Now suppose that we had mortgage doing from some other guy, then you won't be that confident, right? Okay, they are doing mortgage from third party. So
and there could be a communication gap as well. Like
always.
You have to reach out to us, then we reaching out to our mortgage agent, and then we are reaching out back to you, and we'll be like, okay,
right? So that's plus point.
Yeah.
Huge plus point actually.
That's the reason I took mortgages license right away.
Yeah.
Because it gives me more insight into your unique situation, that if I can help them or not. So I know that this deal is doable or not doable.
Yeah,
and
I think even
our logo of the company is, we have an amazing tagline. I don't know if you ever saw that. We say, when we say yes, we stand behind our promise. So when I said your mortgage will be done, that means it is committed.
Right.
It's only a matter of bringing that official letter in front of you. But our office doesn't say yes and then say, you know what, this thing changed, we can't handle that.
Right.
So we hold that tagline very dear to us. Akal Mortgages, it has this line. When we say yes, we stand behind our promise. You will never see that change ever.
Yeah. And honestly, the best thing that I liked about your service is you always told us the drawback of the things. Not only the advantage, not only advantage, but also the disadvantage. Like if you go with this is gonna be the pros and this is gonna be the cons.
Yeah.
So we had both thoughts. We had communications, and then we decided that okay, this is the right thing to go with. I mean,
Yeah.
we knew things. It's not that we just know the best thing and we don't know what's the
Yeah,
bad.
you always need to weigh both things, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bad on one side, good on one side, so which one is heavier?
yeah,
So you change your mind according to that.
right.
If you just talk good thing because you buy house, I will make money, I don't think that's the right way for me to do
No,
it.
that looks like kind of you would be pushing us, right? If you
Yeah.
had done that, then it just looks all to the wire, right? That guy is pushing us. Okay, we don't want this one. So then
Yeah.
it goes a bit awkward, right?
No,
And
your
then-
money, your decision prevails.
Yeah.
That's true.
It is simple as that.
Yeah.
If you are selling, when you sell next time, it will be your house. Again, your decision will prevail.
Yeah.
I am just to help. That's my job. And
Yes.
I cannot be more thankful for hiring me to help you out.
No. We are very thankful
Yeah.
to you for showing up, honestly. Otherwise, I don't know where would we have been like right now. Maybe we didn't even have a house or something.
Well, it was destined to be a house.
Yeah, but you know, like even there's a phrase that God helps those who helps themselves. So you
Yes.
have to go ahead. It's not that something is just gonna come to you. You
Yes.
have to make a step, right? So yeah, even though it was destined, but
Yeah.
with your help, it was a lot more easier. It could be
Awesome.
somebody else, but maybe it wasn't that easier at that time.
Yeah. So when you were looking at the previous house that you just told me sold for way higher,
Yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't comfortable writing your offer on that house. I don't know why, but I
That's
was
true.
still waiting for you to tell me what to do with it.
that's. I remember you even told me that don't get too emotional with the house, and these are the drawbacks. Okay, even I thought like, okay, it's in Orangeville. We are gonna have like a drive of 50 minutes or 1 hour every day, and
Yeah.
even in snow, in like January,
Snow,
in
your
snowing
gas
time.
changes,
Yeah,
bill changes, everything changes.
yeah.
You have to drive.
yeah,
You are more stressful
yeah, and
because you're exposed.
right. And I remember a house we saw in Brampton, which was for like within our price range, but it didn't have air
Air-
conditioning, central
Yes,
air
yes.
conditioning. Yeah, they had like different air
Oh,
conditioners
they were
installed.
electrical heating
Electrical.
baseboards. Yeah.
Yeah, even though we liked the house, we were like, okay, house is nice, beautiful, but you explained very nicely that this is gonna increase your electricity bill because
Yeah.
So at that
Too
time we
many,
were,
too much. Too
Yeah.
much
Well,
money.
honestly, the houses we didn't like, you said no before we said no. So
that's true.
yeah.
That's true. It was like you knew us.
Well,
I don't
the
know how.
bottom line is anytime you buy a house, you don't buy it just to live in.
Mhm.
In future, you also think, is this sellable?
That's true.
Right?
What's the market?
Because people's demand will change.
Yeah.
So you didn't want to buy a house with bad baseboard today,
Yeah.
but they were in demand sometimes back.
Mhm.
So now people who bought at that time didn't think that 10, 20 years later, people won't like these houses and that will be a stumbling block in sale.
Mhm.
So if you buy a house today that doesn't sell in next 5 years, then I didn't do my job right. Simple as that.
Mhm.
So your
That's
next
true.
step would be take money out of it.
Mhm.
So I will make more money at that time.
That is true.
Yeah, the more you sell for, the more I make. How did you like my guaranteed program? I gave you guaranteed negotiation and I gave you guaranteed communication, and
It
you
was
waived my
wonderful.
penalty once. I know.
It was wonderful, no, because you were being so nice and with everything, and the best thing is that okay, you didn't reply us within 2 hours, and then you yourself texted me that okay, I'm gonna pay you $200. I'm like, when I told Kulveer about this, he was like, no, just say no, it's okay.
I
I
don't
don't
even notice that it's more than 2 hours.
Yeah,
Well,
honestly.
I keep track of it.
Yeah, so we didn't know. We just sent you a text message. I think maybe called, and then we didn't
We-
pay attention.
yeah.
Right? What's the time now? And then you texted back. Then okay, it's been more than 2 hours. Then hey, it's $200 you wanted. I don't know.
My job.
Yeah, but we were very happy at that time. We were like, okay, like somebody is
Yeah.
asking for us to make money from him.
And that 2000 thing that you committed to bring the house 10,000 bucks down, right? But
Yeah.
now it's market. You can't do anything,
I
right?
can do that. I
Yeah.
changed my contract for future.
It's the market. It's not one
Yeah.
house. We went
That's
up.
true.
We know market actually going there. We have seen 10 houses before that,
Yeah.
and then even now we are looking online. The houses are going
Way high.
more than asking,
Yeah.
even more than
What we purchased,
we
yeah.
purchased, right? So
Yeah, you actually
there was
make
nothing
costly
that
money
you
now.
could have done, but you kept your promise. You asked us, okay, how would you like your $2,000? Right?
Yeah.
Cash or check? Okay, this is what would happen if you take
Yeah.
cash, or this is what would happen if you take check,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
Because I have to honor my words. This is what my bottom
Yeah.
line is. Money is secondary to your character.
Mhm.
yeah,
If I don't create a trustable character with you, I will lose so many $2,000 in the future,
That's true.
right? But I changed my contract from that day onwards. After this,
You should. Especially
It's,
for like within this price range.
This
it says
Like-
except if there are multiple offers
yeah.
Oh, I know.
or the house is underpriced. So the wording has been changed.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we are glad that we were the first buyer that you learned it from.
No, it always happens. This is the way the contracts are evolved.
Yeah. You
Right?
learn from your
And
experience.
I have no bad feeling about that. I'm rather
Yeah.
happy to keep my promise. If you don't make 20, you make 18. If you don't make 18, you make 16.
True.
You still end up with some cash flow.
Yeah.
Once I forgot to add appliances in one of my clients' offer,
Okay.
and the seller took away all the appliances.
Oh, wow.
So on the closing day, we figured out the guy was really upset when he went to take possession,
Mhm.
and he was moving appliances. So he said, "Why are you moving appliances?" He said, "You didn't put in the offer."
Oh.
And he called me, then I called the lawyer, and the lawyer said, "Paul, you forgot.
Mhm.
Because the listing didn't say about appliances, so I didn't pay attention to that."
Mhm.
So I could easily skip away because I could tell my client, "You also read the offer.
Right.
Why did you not point it out?"
Yeah.
So he's a operator with TTC.
Okay.
Old, very past client. I've done a couple transactions with him, and he said, "Paul, I didn't even look. You sent me the document. I didn't even read it. I just clicked on sign, 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 sign.
Mhm.
That's it." So when he said that, so I said, "Mr. Qureshi, go buy any appliance you want, and I will handle the bill."
Mhm.
So he was upset. He was upset that I didn't make money on the offer, but I still made $2,000 on the deal.
Yeah.
So he bought whatever he wanted, and we got those shipped to his house in Hamilton.
Wow.
Well, that's a great service. Right?
Well,
That
you
is-
can't just run away from your commitments, right? If he depended 100% on me,
Mhm.
I won't run away. I could easily dispute it, saying it was your job to, because all my emails say this.
Mhm.
Please review and sign. Please review and sign.
True.
I always write that.
Yeah.
But now I'm being a bit more detailed in my email, so I tell what I changed in the
Mhm.
offer. So I give bullet points,
Mhm.
so people cannot say I didn't read that.
Mhm.
So I put those. So I learn every day is a learning
Every
day.
day
right?
is learning, right? This is in every job, right?
Yeah.
Our job, your job, everybody learns that it goes.
You
Yeah.
learn from your experience. That's true.
So you have a message for my audience?
So I would just say to give Mr. Paul a chance for yourself, even though you're buying or you're selling a house. He provides a fascinating service, and because from our experience, as I have already told you, that I was very nervous. Even though I have worked in a real estate and mortgage industry, still I was nervous, and I understand how it works for other people who don't know anything about it. But with his help, he made everything so easy. He explained it so nicely, and now I feel like I know too much more than what I knew before about mortgages, about house purchase, about agreement of purchase and sale, and everything. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
You
Yeah,
became
and
a
thank you
pro
very much. Thank you very much.
Same from me. Like I said, it was great explanation. You helped us a lot. Even I don't have any background in mortgage or real estate, right? But now I know much better.
Yeah.
And even about the houses, what I should be looking there and what I
Yes.
should be taking care about the house. You
Yeah.
explained, okay,
Yeah.
okay, this is the age of the house, and you should pay attention to these things
Yeah,
more than the inspector. More
Yeah.
than the inspector, you explain me, okay.
we learn from these home
Right?
inspectors.
You do this, do that, and then I really appreciate your help, all the guidance.
Efforts,
So I would
yeah.
recommend to go with you. You won't believe how much the people get you could say shocked when I tell them, okay, you will be paying us $2,000 and all the service you will be providing us, right? Because I work like all the people I work with, they are almost with the same age, right?
Yeah.
I have 4 other engineers working with me, right?
Okay.
They're looking for the houses as well, right? So they ask me, okay, from where you bought it, and then who helped you, and then how much you paid. And then when I tell them, okay, Mr. Paul Cheema promised to get 10,000 rebate, and then he couldn't because of this situation, a multi offer. But he kept the promise, and we will be getting $2,000. They say, oh, really? Right? And so
You're not getting it. Tell them they're not
life
getting
is
it.
multi offer. So
But
we
then,
you will change the offer, but we are right. So yeah, so great.
But
help.
the best thing
And
is that you are a man of your words. You could have
I
changed
have
your
to be,
agreement.
Yeah.
You could have said that, okay, so listen, this is the market right now, it's going this way, so
Yeah.
I cannot keep this agreement and I have to change it, but you didn't. That's
I
the
will
best
not
thing
say
about
that.
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the main
So-
thing. You
Yeah.
what you say, what you promise, you do that, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you won't be giving that, you won't be helping in getting the
Yeah.
down in price.
Yeah.
You won't promise that in your agreement before. And
Yeah.
trust me, it won't be like 2 minute thing of explaining. It will be detailed guidance. He will explain about the what he will be doing and what he will be needing from us. There was one document he needed to be signed before actually we went for looking house. That was, I think, agreement between
It was a VIP buyer agreement.
by agreement.
It wasn't actual buyer agreement. It was just between me and
Between
you.
But that's worth signing. I know few people might guide you that okay, don't sign any agreement with the agent, right? Whatever, if you need to change. But everybody around there is same agent. Like they will pull up the same property from the market.
Yes.
But I don't think anybody will provide better service than Cheema. So
Yeah.
I would recommend if that document needs to be signed, sign it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's the penalty he's asking is just the safe side. He spent more time with going.
And my
without-
gas expenses.
gas expenses were actually more than that.
Yeah.
You didn't hesitate once to go to Orangeville, go to any place, right? Okay,
Yeah.
we asked one, okay, go today, tomorrow. So
Yeah.
it worth signing that document, and then I really appreciate your help. And then I will advise everybody if looking for new, if it's first time home buyer or second time, doesn't matter. Just give Cheema a chance, and then you will be glad.
I give guaranteed cancellation too. If you don't like my services, I just say, okay, let me know. I will
Yeah.
release
That's the
you
one
from
thing.
any
If
obligation.
even there's no chance, I'd say there will be no chance that you don't like Cheema service. Even if you sign that document, you need to cancel. Just let him know that
Yeah.
I need to move somewhere, and then there will be no.
There's no idea of working with people who don't like your service.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's better to let them go rather than
Yeah.
keep fighting for keeping them. That's the reason people don't sign buyer representation agreement, because they are afraid once we sign it, we are stuck with him forever.
Because I don't get the point of being stuck here, right? Because the market is market. Nobody from out there will build the house and get it to somebody. If the house is there, house is there.
Yeah.
Everybody can see
I
the
like that.
listing, right? So it's just a showing and then maybe negotiation a little bit. If the multi-point offer, then you will provide the guide. There's always a guess in multi offers, right?
Negotiation is a very different
Yeah.
story.
And the
Yes.
negotiation that you did for us, I think, can be better than that.
Yeah.
Because with the 4 offers on it, and with the price we offered, it wasn't that high based on what's going on the market today.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can't imagine of anybody else out there who can negotiate better than you.
We even got them agree to pay us some repair charges too, right?
Yeah.
But you decided.
Then we decided, okay, that was our call. Okay, let it
Not
go.
to
It's-
take it.
Yeah, not to take that risk. So, but that's it. So, if signing document bother anybody, that we agreement
Yeah.
sign bother anybody to sign that thing, it shouldn't.
Every agent, like you said, will send the same
Same
listing.
listing.
We are the member of the same board.
Yeah.
You will get everything same, but the difference that comes is on the negotiation table.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that I would just say that we are very happy with your service,
Yeah.
and then I will recommend to everybody that give you a chance. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just a matter of giving a chance. We are not saying
Anybody
that you
giving you
should
chance,
go.
Yeah, well,
won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
anybody can walk away from me and
Yeah.
I will be okay.
Yeah, just even
What-
even though after speaking with you, to be honest, we had conversation with our relatives around here who already own a house, right?
Yeah.
They know more than us because they have been living here for so long,
Yeah.
and they advise us to not to sign anything with an agent because I know some people are afraid, right, of signing.
They are
with
all
an agent.
afraid, yes.
Yeah. So when we thought about it, when we had a conversation with you, we didn't think even once that we shouldn't sign it. We were like, if this person is saying that we can walk away, we have this option, we have like so many options.
Yes.
So what's better than that? It's better than having a one person looking everything for you rather than just calling everybody for each house.
Yes,
Right?
I just need to make sure
Yeah.
I'm spending my time right.
Yeah, and then you schedule the visitings as per our time because we were working in the
Yeah.
mornings and then we were going Orangeville, we were going in Brampton to see houses, and you were always with us. You didn't say even once that you don't have time to go with us, right?
Yeah, well,
So that
I'm
was
full-time on agent, so that's
Yeah.
how we do.
Yeah, that's great. I mean,
Yeah.
there might be some people who can be like, okay, why are you taking me? I remember when initially we started it, we went to Orangeville to see one house on one day and then two houses on the next day.
Yeah.
You could have said that, okay, just see all the houses on the next day,
No.
right? All three. But you knew that we were very excited, so you didn't say no and you went with us. And we were very
Yeah, well, this is how it has to be.
Yeah. So,
I work for people. People
Yeah.
don't work for me.
no, but
Simple
still,
as that.
but still, I mean, even though in our jobs, right, we work for people. It's both sides.
It's both
If
sides,
you
respectful,
have-
and
yeah.
dignity has to be maintained
Right.
in every industry.
Right, every industry. If you have customers, only then you have a job. Otherwise, you are
Yes.
nothing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So I do one wrong job, then I lose all of your relatives,
that's true.
right?
No, you are not gonna lose them now.
Yeah.
Of course not. Yeah,
So you hurt them,
of course.
and I do a good job, and honestly I do that. But this is what my strength is. I derive my strength from educating people, and they make amazing decisions they are proud of. This is their property now. They are excited. They are moving end of this month. So if you are thinking of moving into your house, give me a shout. Or maybe you're thinking of buying a bigger house. I give guaranteed promises. I sign on them. And if you're not happy, then there is a guaranteed cancellation document. Sign on it. I will sign on it. Just give me a phone call. We say goodbye to each other with smiling faces. Call Cheema 647-333-2273, and my other line is a real estate info line, which is 647-694-4283. You want to get details about any listed property, text its address or MLS number to 647-694-4283. You will get all the details, pictures, and price on your smartphone within flicker of your eyes. I'm signing off now with my amazing buyer clients. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.